All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your...
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right over. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone. It's Carr. It's complete. Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
4 yards on that last complete. 6. On play action, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake. Carr. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyler Boyd, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. Caught. Seferian-Jenkins, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Left side complete. Seferian-Jenkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On play action, now Carr, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. motion. Carr steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play fake. Carr sliding out of the pocket. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. First carry for James Conner. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little concerned.
We've been going to war since grew up around the monsters that shoot you in your face. Ain't used to showing no love because we grew up in that hate. Live by the sword, die by the sword, wait. Try to make it home, they shot him in the hallway. Tears on my face, feel like I be crying.
On third down, that's Conner. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here we go on fourth down with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Connor, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
I was that bad on my dick, they ain't paying attention. Man, I fell down to my knees and I'm all okay. And I can't go like me to the
Off play action. Carr. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Carr now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
There are 3 key pillars to successfully growing your e-commerce business. The first thing you need to do is make sure that people know that you exist.
Off the play fake. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Washington middle of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They run with Connor. And able to work his way down to the 16. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Relax.
Got my hood sold up and on beat up. Muscle chains for my niggas with that feedback. Give a beat to a key.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there. Just ain't no goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Again, it's Connor. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. LaMarcus Joyner in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ryan Shazier able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off-play action. Carr. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I ain't no bad person, no. I ain't no gangster, I ain't no killer, I ain't no gangbanger.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off the play fake. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Eddie Vanderdoes coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Steps away. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game that I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a play fake here on first down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a play fake. Carr rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, it's Carr. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Carr. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
fake the handoff. Now Carr steps away to his left. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action. Now Carr escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And they'll run it here. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 41 yards. And a forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Roethlisberger on the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. Out to his left.
Give me that. Thank you.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Lamarcus Jordan with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite. But I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is. And let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing? It's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Being chased out left. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. Before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Carr going to throw here. Rolling to his left. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring it second down.
I like the play call. Roll him out, give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man on the
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is third and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Carr buying time to his left. And this is Carr. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's
Totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone. To put the lead up to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts a deep.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, he's got a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Baby, it's live. Is it too soon?
Steelers have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. One last shot for Roethlisberger.
I think it takes much to call into their mind, right? Why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. If this time of a lead, they're worried about, right? And less than 10 seconds on the clock, they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try to ensure yourself. Now they got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Move like that. Why you move like that? Hit the club, hit the beat. Ooh. High like that. Why you high like that?
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Raiders, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep rest in the morning, I had me up about a. Ready for while I